Alrighty. Let's slowly start with everything. Let's connect the chat. Let's turn on the music. Okay, everything should be a-okay. Alright. So. Let's now just send off stuff. Okay. Let's send out the links. Okay. I've had the thing going on. I'm not sure if I wanted to stream today, but I've turned out to stream. So yeah, what we're going to do is, of course, going to be, you know, yet again the same thing that we've had. So yeah. Hi Skylar, glad to be here. How are you? Hope everything is going. I see a lot of hearts and kisses in the chat. So hi, hello. So what we are going to do today is going to be starting to color the character of ours that we have here, which is Summer. As you can see, I've completed the line art. So that's that. Meanwhile, I'm amidst of works on a kinda raid bait artwork. Hope you gasp, Dolly. Yeah, there's a Dolly. So yeah, if you would ever notice on Twitter a weird artwork that you would not expect, yeah. Is that Princess Summer? Yes, that's Summer, a second dancer for the teen cabaret. And we are going to color her today. We are going to place some flat colors and we are going to start shading. We'll see actually. When can I get one? Not sure. To be fair, I wish I could, you know, do some stuff for you all, but for now it's a bit more difficult. I'm yet to receive a response from gamer subs, you know, at least that. She's red, yep. Because she's a devil. She's a devil. So she red. She's a demon, generally. And yes, there's a difference between tiefling and demons. I'd like to see some merch from you one day. I hope I could put out something like that. Really, I really hope I could. Yeah, Infernos and demons are different, yeah. And yes, that includes Little Devil Order. To To be fair, I would need far more following actually for something like that to happen. I will dev. That's all. To be eligible for any partnerships or possibilities to start making merchandise, I my account would have to be huge. So that's that. Well, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm going to. Hi Muto, got Levi here. How are you? Hope it has going. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'm going to be able to put out. Usually do minimum orders, yeah. You see my kiss attack for you? Yes, I did. I've seen the kiss attacks. So yeah, that's true. They do minimum orders. So for now, I want to focus on making a book. I'm okay, and how are you? Doing good, doing okay. Doing alright. I want to make the book, and I want to... What I want to do? I want to not only make the... not only make the book, but also when I'm going to be finally done with some illustrations, I'll probably, let them out in form of like prints for y'all, if anyone would be interested. Doubt, but yeah. So basically, this is the 8th character. We have 2 teams already, which gives us a lot of, space to move. And after this character, we are probably going to sit down and work on manga. It's not like I'm going to sit down and finish first chapter. Hell no. But probably I'm going to make the sketches a bit better. Just better looking sketches generally, because what we've done it's not even a sketch, it's a construction. So generally just making sketches, and probably we're going to start working on the Team Grey, which is a team of 2 characters, a elf maid and a human guardsman. So just like, people that will live a generic grey life, away from adventures, somewhere in like a huge bustling capital kind of thing around castle, maybe something like that. Because, each team was made with very specific theme, kinda, or rather put out into specific themes. So just 2 members? Yes, only 2 characters for that, so character number 11 and 12. Only those 2. No. 9th and 10. 9 and 10, yeah. Not 11, 12, 9 and 10. We're not done yet with 10 characters. So those are going to be like a halfway. And we are going to have a nice split up. I think that's kind of likes it all. Yeah, I also really like it. I like having it. Do any of the teams have a bartender or blacksmith? Hi Clematis, glad to have you here. How are you? How's going? I think this is the first incident, so hope you find a comfy corner here. How are you? Have bartender or blacksmith? Let me check. There might be like a subclass kind of situation with that. Well, I'm not sure if there are any eligible characters. We have Paladin, Bard, Wizard, Thief, Dancer, Assassin, Samurai, Melee Ranger, Monk, Mage, Spearman, Barbarian, Cleric, Drunken Master, Druid, Wizard, Sage and Shadow. And okay, how are you? Who are you drawing? I'm doing fine, just chilling. We are drawing a character for my artistic universe. Generally, it's like a created high fantasy world that I'm just making OCs for. And I'm just going to draw illustrations based on this, giving some, like, you know, side stories and stuff behind the illustrations themselves. Oh, cool, yeah. Really like the idea. I kind of feel like of constantly drawing fan arts is kind of tiring. It tends to be kind of... it tends to tire you out. So I just, you know, felt an urge to make some series of making a, you know, bunch of OCs, 20 on the list, and just make some illustrations later on, and who knows, maybe expand on the universe. Of course, people are more than welcome to name the characters whenever we are making them. Yeah, we have Melee Ranger. I have a bunch of OCs, but I can't draw. It's okay, man. It's okay. The general, you know, thing is to look only back when you are comparing yourself, because I've noticed that a lot of thinking like that, like, oh, I can't draw, comes from the comparing yourself to other artists. But remember that some artists might have, for example, more experience, right? Like they've been drawing for longer. Like, I've been drawing for a really long time, since I was 6. I'm 25 now. I'm drawing for almost 20 years. and I'm counting times where I've started drawing realism, and that counts like when I was 6. I've already started drawing full characters outside of and not stickmans. So, you know, I was just lucky to start very early. 20 years? Good lord, that's impressive. Yeah. So, you know, it's like... when you're drawing, over time, it kinda... You can think that with each artwork you're making, you get experience points, right? So the more artworks you are doing, the faster you are leveling, if that makes sense. Of course, there are, you know, things that you can work out to speed up stuff. Hi Edgy, glad to have you here. How are you, Brian? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? That's good mindset, not gonna lie. Yeah, it really helps you to progress, because if you are, for example, looking at your older artworks, right? And you compare your new artwork to the older artwork, you kind of see that something happened, right? With your new artwork, it looks kind of better. So the general thing is that you just sit down and you want to draw more because you see this progress, right? That's why I always keep my older artworks to mind. Been doing well. There was loads of college work, I see. Yeah. College work tends to actually take like a lot of your time. We have 2 viewers too that are really occupied with college work. I keep up with them. Yeah. Don't worry. But you've got this, Edgy. You've got this. I believe in you. But yeah, if Generally, what you want to look for while drawing to progress further on with your drawings is to one, try to, you know, expand your comfort zone, right? Imagine that your comfort zone is like a bubble. You don't want to burst that bubble, but you want to stretch it, right? So you want to slowly push the walls, right? Slowly blow air into that bubble and make the walls of that bubble to spread. If you are doing this too fast, the bubble pops, you're losing, you're burning out, you're losing your will to draw. And you need time to get that bubble going, right? So the more things you have in your comfort zone, the more things you tend to draw. And the more things you tend to draw, the more things you're attending, right? So, for example, you're starting with, you know, people, right? Like me. I really love character design. This is like my main comfort zone, right? It's my bubble in a bubble. So basically, since I've started with character design, I've started to work with a lot of stuff around it, right? I've started to learn. This is all good advice, honestly. I'm very bad at starting off slow, so I tend to burn out really easily. This is, well, there are also methods for that. For example, you might, it might actually be more of a psychological tricks, but for example, you can try to look with what kind of thought train you are going on with your drawing. So if you have a lot of body emotions, you're going to actually connect body emotions to drawing, right? So every time when you have this weird tick that every time you are sad, you're drawing, and this happens every single time, your brain starts to connect sadness to drawing, right? So it's going to dodge it because it doesn't want that sadness, right? So it's pushing away everything that it connects. So your brain forces you to be burned out. That's why I'm always saying to, you know, if you feel like you're irritated with your drawing, take a breather, like go play something. Just take a moment for yourself, come back to the drawing later on, continue. Keep a mindset that, hey, I'm just creating something that's good, right? I love it. I love creating. Creating is good. Let's just create something. Don't think of I want to be good, but think of I want to make something. I want to bring something to the world, right? Like this is like one of the top things that actually really helped me to keep drawing every day for a really long time now. Hi Goblin Dragons, Gatevi here, how are you going? I changed my profile picture. Another time, I see. So yeah, if you, for example, like to, I don't know, get really comfortable while drawing, you watch someone. I know this isn't relevant, but didn't Ursula from Kiki's Delivery Service say that? I love that character, lol. And I think I haven't seen Kiki's Delivery. I think there was someone saying that. I'm drawing right now, but I'm also kinda sick. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Wish you a fast recovery. But yeah, if you just... well, if you are capable to trick your brain into starting to create dopamine while certain thing, then your brain wants to come back to this thing. One of the issues with hobbies like drawing is that it takes time. Are we talking about Ghibli movies? I heard Kiki's Delivery Service. Yeah, we are talking about mindsets of drawing and, you know, how to dodge things like burnout. But usually what's good is to make one artwork that pushes your comfort zone for each two artworks within your comfort zone. Like 2 to 1, kinda. I find this exchange quite working. For some it might come to be quite slow with like bringing up more things to your tool belt, but I can actually say that it well, if you're going to draw more when you're going to draw more than someone that is constantly trying to push their comfort zone. I love Ghibli movies too, I love Ghibli. Now I wanna make Ghibli fan art. To be fair, I have to look up some Ghibli movies. I haven't really seen much Ghibli movies. I've seen a lot of classics. Well, this is very useful tips. Taking things slow, and during these small breaks I brainstorm on what to draw next. This is also working really well. Because you're like giving your brain, you know, time and space to, you know, breathe, to relax a bit. When you're hi Zach, good to have you here, how are you, hope everything is going? Hey Davis, can't stay since I've currently started a very long book and I'm trying to catch up. It's okay Zach, it's okay, but thank you for coming. Have fun reading. I would love to hear the title later. I've got Perry... Wait, not Perry Pratchett, that was the guy that made the Discus World. I don't see from that far away. Pain Pekka, I'm blind. Like a mole. Astigmatism sucks. Actually, I might need to get an appointment again to check up on my on my eyesight. Again. It's this time around the year. To be fair, I recently been playing a lot of games. What kind of music do you like? Oh my, I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of genres. I really like rock and metal though. I'm a huge metalhead, like listening to Avatar, Ginger, some Powerwolf. Yeah, but I've been, for example, also listening to some typical Spanish movies like La Llorona or La Bruja, Puerto de la Luz, etc. Do you like Rage Against? Nice. Do you like Rage Against the Machine? I do. I have some of their. I have some of the songs in the playlist. I also, you know, some J-pop comes up, some, but like old J-pop, like 90s, 70s. You know, like this. You know, this kind of J-pop that usually you hear in some old movies where they are in Japan, and you know, in some restaurant you have radio playing. I really like that vibe. like that one, like one of those songs like Plastic Love and stuff. Those are really cool. I also like Arctic Monkeys, I like Gorillaz, I really like J-pop too. It depends on the time, but I love the band Zutomayo. I haven't heard about Zutomayo. I might look it up. I haven't seen it. You guys got the thinking about Ghibli movies, and now I wanna watch my comfort movie. To be fair, I might sit down and try to watch some Ghibli movies too. I've seen only Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke. I really like that. I like the premise of Miyazaki. I kinda wanna watch Howl's Moving Castle now. Yeah, I really like the main song. Those are my favorites, yeah. Howl's Moving Castle is a really beautiful movie. I haven't seen it in a while though. Aside from OC works, I'm also trying to draw new things, like gain characters to give myself a new challenge. Hey, that's good. That's what I meant by pushing your boundaries. Just take it easily, okay, Haji? Sometimes drawing the same thing at times can become monotonous or boring. True. That's why I kinda now draw the OCs, because aside of fan arts, I also want to make works of my own characters, but the issue is that, you know, since I have a Fantasia, which means I can't imagine, I don't have imagination, I can't create images within my head. For those who don't know, it's really difficult for me to come up with characters each time I want to draw something with original characters. So creating at least a set of characters which I can build illustrations on actually is going to help me a bunch, because I'm not going to feel such a struggle to finish my, you know, illustrations. The merry-go-round of life is my alarm song, lol. Yeah, that's a really good one. Specifically Howl's Moving Castle, I read the book and watched the Ghibli movie. Spirited Away is also really good. I have a lot of original characters. I'm enjoying one of my characters right now, actually. I see. The main premise, actually, also of this, you know, series that we have with the characters is also to, you know, kind of give all of you some freedom and possibility to attach to the characters. All of you can always give me idea what I can do to the character, like if I can add something, or the name for the character, because I suck at names, so if someone has any idea, please do give me ideas, because I suck. Oh yeah, Goblin Dragons, what's their name? And yeah, generally, if anyone is interested, you can always give me ideas for the characters that I'm drawing. Even this one, I can always add something. We've already been doing that for some characters, like Arya. Some of folks didn't like the hairstyle for Arya, which was exactly this one that I wanted to give her. It just didn't fit her. So we've changed it and picked the hairstyle, you know, altogether. Same for the accessory, because she looked kind of bland, so someone actually mentioned to give her a beads, like a bracelet of beads. So actually, let me show you what this character turned out to. The character I'm drawing right now is Izzy. She's a fluffy grey cat. Izzy is a great name for a cat, honestly. True. That's true. So this is Ariane. So this hairstyle was given to me by viewers, and this is the beads I've mentioned. The designs of the characters are really cool and very challenging, but it's nice to try new things, as I call them, side quests, every now and then. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually gonna post it on my channel when I'm done. I see. That's an awesome design. So yeah, you know, just heads up for newcomers, that anytime you can just, you know, throw an idea. Don't fear, I don't bite. I love it. So we're kind of going for the light that goes kind of this way, because you can see where the line art kind of thins down. Hi Carminus, glad to have you here. How are you? Hope everything is going. I think this is the first time serum, so hope you find a comfy corner here. Beautiful art, thank you. I'm gonna go record the coloring process of my drawing right now. I'll be back. Alrighty, Goblin, alrighty. So basically, I've made the trick where the line art kind of gets thicker where the shadows are, so that's also going to help me establish things. But for those who might have some problems and have access to tools like that, you can actually even try to use something like Blender or any other 3D tool. You can get a primitive shape like sphere. I'm using a tool provided by Clip Studio Paint, and basically you can shadows, light source, there we go. You can change the light source and basically make for yourself a light source, your own light source reference photo, and feel free to use it. It's really important to use those. Hi Smoxty, glad to have you here. How are you? Long time no see. From this art and the one you've shown before, I can see you've improved, Davis. Well done. Yeah. I gotta go, but thanks for the stream. Alrighty, Clematis, thank you for coming. Take care, and I hope to see you more often. So yeah, that's also one of the things I kind of do whenever I'm stuck with my artwork, right? So every single time when I feel like there are some troubles, I don't necessarily understand how the light source works, etc. I do have to say that something like that really helps, and I do recommend using any tools you can, even, you know, a reference photo like this, which I'm going to keep just for you to see. Gonna be lurking while I speedrun my classwork for the day. Alrighty. So yeah. Also sorry folks for those who just came in and would want to see some stuff. You know, right now, like right away drawing. I tend to talk a lot about art, and I really love to explain how, you know, give tips and explain stuff. I might really need to record the series of tutorials finally. I've had an attempt but didn't really work out. Maybe that way I'll be able to finally push myself to just drawing. They're really good tips. Helps me, for example. I have to say, unfortunately, a lot of people in the stream. Nice. Yeah, I'm really happy to see all of you, lurkers and chatters. I'm really happy to see all. It really warms my heart. So basically, I have kind of an idea how I would want to, you know, proceed at it, because I wanted to kind of test some stuff. So I think that this is going to be one of the testing. I think. I kind of don't want to mess things up, which I tend to do. I always try my best to be on streams every time. I'm really happy to hear that. God, I hate sneezing fits that come out of nowhere. Yeah, I sometimes have those too. Those are allergies. Usually those come from allergies. Rather allergens. I don't have allergies like that as far as I know. I mean, it can be just dust, you know? Oop. It can be just dust. It doesn't have to be necessarily, you know, like a typical allergy that you might have. But I do sneeze at least once a day, so there's probably something like dust, yeah. I unfortunately have allergy to dust, same. My drawing app just crashed, how sad. Oh no! Not the drawing app crashes. Are your files okay? I have a very specific light source, so it's going to be quite hard to, you know, attach to something. So I'm just trying to go with it. And when I need to do cleaning around the house, same. I should be. That's good to hear. It should be, yeah. I remember I've had I was working on artwork, like, you know, really long time. It was like super realistic artwork. That kind of artwork that you are drawing, you are you know, expanding it, adding more details, expanding it, adding more details, and you know, starting to be to the point where you are just drawing pores on someone's skin, right? Like this kind of realistic artwork. So I was like really far into that artwork, and my father flipped the breakers because he was about to do some work, but he didn't told me. And basically when he flipped the breakers, but he flipped the wrong breakers, and he turned off the power to my room, and you know, my PC turned off, everything, right? Everything shut down. The file got corrupted to the point that I couldn't get it back. I've poured a good month into this work, and it's long gone. It was far more realistic than the still life I've once shown to you all. How does that even work? What? The breakers? Or the method of, you know... Would expect CSP to store autosaves. Yeah, but like... I don't really understand, like, as far as I know, because I've talked about this on forum, like, hey, I've lost an artwork that I've worked for a month or something, and I've looked everywhere in the folder where the autosave's supposed to be, etc. I did. It was just corrupted. The file itself was corrupted. And someone gave an explanation that probably the thing happened when CSP was autosaving, and because the artwork was so huge, it was taking a long time. And I remember it froze on me. So probably it was because it was doing the autosaving. Or something. Don't know. Like, as far as I'm aware, that no one was even capable to really explain. They've said that it was most likely because of the size of the file. Because the file itself was like really, really huge. That's why we store and rotate multiple autosave with games too, yeah. True. Always back up your works that you're working. Always back up your stuff that you are working for a really long time. About work, I've got to another second stage to our work, but this time as a CAD designer, like an assistant, just a dude that is going to learn stuff, basically, and then work. A lot of programmers do that, but hides them by renaming them .tmp and putting them into weird folders, yeah. I remember I just had a pen drive. CAD can be fun, yeah, no, that's why I've applied for it, because I was working on CAD before a little bit. I had some fun, I was doing a lot of weird stuff. My friend has my friend is working as the process automatic guy. So basically he has to automate processes that is coming up with solutions how to automate certain machines and stuff on his own. And so he does that because he's a really, you know, clever guy for that. And basically he has a 3D printer, and because the guy that he works for is the father of his really close friend. Along with that close friend, he quite often, you know, plays around with that 3D printer. And I remember I was doing some stuff on CAD too, just for fun. It can be really precise and help with some stuff. I think what I've done... What was it? Oh yeah, it was like a cleaner for brushes. You stick it to... it was made for specific like container. So basically you put that on the bottom of the container and you can just do stuff. Doing technical diagrams train 3D vision too, yeah. I'm glad I'm still in the sketching phase of the drawing, so if I lost the file it would be fine too. I'm always just every single time I'm just hoping that something I've worked on really hard won't be lost. The only things that I can allow to be lost are literally sketches. That's why I have backups only of finished works that I prize, and only those. If I don't like the work, I just don't put it in my Google Drive folder. When I see a technical diagram, I build up the object in my imagination like I would see it in Blender. In your what? Bro, it was funny. Actually, I've already finished the exams they wanted me to take, because there was an exam for my English capabilities and exam for like logical thinking, personality tests and stuff. So, you know, like, oh, if he's going to be a problem or something like that when it comes to being a worker. Like, you know, I'm a typical guy that will just sit around and, you know, do what he's told. And if he's asked for the opinion, then I'm giving my opinion. Sometimes when I know I can give an opinion to someone, I'm giving it. Yeah, learning AutoCAD or SolidWorks is much easier than Blender, for example. True. Blender is hell, but I still want to learn it, at least on the level where I could, you know, just rig the models, rig the characters. By the way, just for newcomers, I have a dog to which I have to give pills. In couple minutes I have to go give him those pills because he needs to get those pills on certain time. Once you learn AutoCAD, you will want to use Maya. Is it that similar? It is that much less of a shitstorm compared to Blender. Huh. I've seen someone making a plugin for Blender to make it like Maya. The bow, can we change the color? Sure, to which color? Of course we can. Told ya, if you want something changed on the character, just throw it out. Just give me an idea. You know what would look cool? Yeah. So yeah, they are somewhat similar and compatible with each other, I see. Yellow like the eyes. Oh. Some tattoos. We can give her tattoos too. Yellow bone? Let me see. Yeah. True. It kind of fits. Let's see a full bow changed. Yep. It works. Some tattoos are going to be, of course, welcome. She can watch like winter. Much, yeah. Winter's bow is blue. Oh. Okay, folks, I'm going to come back real soon, okay? Bear with me, don't leave me. I'm not going to end the stream yet, I just need to give meds to my doggo. I'll be back real soon. And I'm back, everyone. Really sorry for that. I already have a full setup for that. Alright. I have an idea. Yes, but her eyes are blue. Ah, I see. Oh right, yeah. Her Winter's eyes are blue and her bow is blue. So Winter's eyes are yellow and her bow is yellow. Yeah, that makes sense. We could make AI Davis talking BS in the meantime. True. How are you today? I kinda already have the full setup for that. Also, seen some streamers do that, and for some reason people are watching it too. I mean, considering that my that sometimes I'm not in the state, for example, to talk, but making a silent stream comes really difficult for me. Having for example, a possibility to make AI talk for me, just so I wouldn't really, I wouldn't really have to make a silent stream, but have something talk in the background and communicate with all of you. That would be, good. That would be good. Just like text to speech, but no idea how many of you actually been there for my silent streams, but yeah, there were some. So yeah. Coding voice and TTS is not that hard either. Usually the problem is the fidelity. Yeah. True. I've got something. So yeah, let's do the thing. Devis, you never told me how you like the other doll drawing. I love it. I really like it. I will definitely put it on one of the screens too. I'm kind of thinking of changing my layout. I would have to see, for example, how other artists have their layouts done. They're similar to yours. Yeah, they are pretty similar. It just, I don't know, it feels like it's not like my current one is not necessarily, giving off, the Devis vibes. But I also don't really want to pursue, the typical, I don't really want to make like God knows what. I kind of think like some nice animated layout would be good. I would have to check how I can make scrolling image though. Thank you. I try to make it look like a children's book drawing. It really works out for you. It really works out. To be fair, a supermarket in Poland is making a thing for children's book. And I was thinking about making a children's book, but to be fair, I'm writing my normal book. High fantasy one, because I also have the detectivistic one, but I'm writing now the high fantasy book, and I really think that I don't think like starting off of with a children's book is going to be good. I think though that I might go under different pen name and try to release that book. Question mark? Know what I'm saying? Because that's like another free release, right? You're releasing it generally under the supermarket probably. But, you know, it's always a competition. And children's book drawings are, you know, something I've been also making commissions for back in the day, so I also know how to make those. They're very specific, and I have already a brush that will work really well for that. This is the design pencil that I've had already. It looks like kind of like watercolor and also kind of like an actual colored pencil. And all you have to do is like just, you know, drawing the typical like children's coloring book thing, you know. A therapist told me I should do a children's book, but I can't spell well. There are tools to spell check for you. Like language tool, for example. Literally languagetool.com. It checks spelling for you. You can also try to, you know, ask an AI to spell check what you have. I wouldn't believe AI to that extent though. Yeah. MS Word spell checks too. Yeah, true. And Google Drive though, and Google Docs too. It's all spell checking, yeah. So you are in clear. If you have troubles with spelling some stuff, that's your savior. They can also correct you if you want. Just be prepared that if you are making a name like Nogard, for example, even freaking Discord text box that one checks you too. So, fun fact, in the book I'm writing right now, the main character is called Nogard. Guess what's the main idea for the name? It's dragon, backwards. Imagine the book actually being a huge success and someone like, how did you come up with the name of a main hero? And I'm like, it's dragon backwards. Like how disappointing that is. But also funny. I doubt the book is going to make any success though. I'm doing this because I want to make it like I should use it more often. Yeah, like, or it's like Alucard, people realizing at the end, true. Yeah, it is like Alucard. That was the main premise. That's where I got the idea from. Alucard backwards is Dracula. And a lot of people just didn't really spot it until someone pointed that out, and everyone is like, my whole life I lived in a freaking lie. You know? Probably the same effect is going to be in the book. Like, probably all of you that watch this stream or VOD right now are, and if I've already released the book, by the time the person is watching it, and it's like that, you know, that's right. It's dragon backwards. But a lot of characters are like this. Also, for example, mm, Ben 10 aliens. Do you think how Ben 10 aliens names came from? Basically, I've seen a story written somewhere that they took, like, the designers got their kids and they were like, hey, name this character, and the kids were like, you know, getting description of the character, looking at the character, and they were giving the names, and that's literally why Ben 10 aliens names are like that. It's because literally kids of the same age as Ben 10 were naming them, and it fits really well. I have to say that was a clever idea. Authentic to how a 10-year-old would name it. Yeah, exactly. Like, they've took 10-year-olds and they were literally asking them to name those aliens. And they've got actual 10-year-old authentic names. How cool is that? And this is also one of the tricks that a lot of people are using. Like, you know, for example, like, I want all of you to feel attached to the characters I'm drawing. You know? One of the ways to do it is to give people some freedom with the characters. That's why I'm so open for making the changes and for you to name the characters. I don't mind that either. Like, it's not a trick or anything like that. It's just, you know, I don't mind it, and I think that would be cool if all of you would be able to have possibility to change some stuff, to have an impact on what the character is going to look like and how the character is going to be named. So yeah. Also, I've seen on YouTube some time ago a guy who was an artist, Roof. Imagine naming a character Roof, and I would literally lose it, and I would be roofless. It's Roof, I think, right? Roof. Or Roof. I don't remember. You pronounce it perfectly first. Roof? Roof. Okay. Roof. Roof. Okay. Roof. I see. What? I see O with 2 dots above, like O umlaut. How you say work? Work. I say work. That O is... Ooh? Oh. Oh, okay. Rough. Yeah, okay. No? Yeah. It's like I'm literally just standing above me with this, like, spray bottle. Like the dog. No, bad one. Bad dog. No, don't. Bro. Rob. Okay. I will say you're sure. It's sure. Sure. That O is ooh. Okay. So ooh. Sure. Roof. Roof. Okay, so it's roof. Perfect. Okay, roof. No. Oh no, it happens again. Now comes... That last one is ooh. And I know it because that's a Polish letter. There ain't no other way. It's long, oh yeah. It's long also means he, her, I see. R. I don't know why, but I just reminded myself about this meme. Flying as an autistic person. They can fly. The dude was so dumbfounded and cooked at the same time. What? Just say it in American way? I don't know how to say it in American way, sorry. I am American. The problem with American is that they say letter every time differently and it's hard because of that. I mean, that depends, like, it's not like they are saying every letter differently. It's all about the English. They say it, like, depending on the dialect, they say it the same. So if I... Like how you pronounce Pacific Ocean, where C has 3 different sounding. Yeah, but it's like rules of English. It's not necessarily American only. British would also say it like that. I am back, I finished the drawing and video editing, that's nice. Yeah, like Kansas and Arkansas. Yeah. It's Arkansas. I refuse to call it Arkansas. And I know that people are... but actually it's called Arkansas. But you can Arkansas this nuts. It's Arkansas, okay? It's fucking Arkansas. Yeah. Exactly. Arkansas, not Arkansas. No. Arcane saw? Yes. A saw that has been arcanized. Oh, it's pronounced Arkan. Yeah, kinda. I've broke Muto. The A in Kane is like A. Eh. Like literally, every single time, like my entire life, I lived in believing that it's actually Arkansas. Like it was everywhere in Devish. Alright, I got the video uploaded. Alrighty. That was fast, by the way. Also, for those who would want to see an entire process of it, it's going to be a speed paint, by the way. I'm going to save a speed paint of it. It's a time-lapse is actually recording. It's going to kind of look like this. I doubt the 3D sphere is going to be here. It might, but we'll see. But for sure, you'll be able to see, you know, the entire process. And my drawing traditionally. Oh, it's even better. That was really fast. Yeah, in all of the cartoons and stuff, it always was Arkansas. Arkansas. Like one of those two. And I literally my entire life believe that it's Arkansas. But then I've started to watch some Americans, and someone actually started to mentioning all of the states, and instead when the name popped up, instead of Arkansas they say Arkansas, and I was like, it's like data versus data. Yeah, a lot of people say I drove fast. I didn't mean to. I'm not rushing or anything. The amount for people who will get pissed off with Arkansas. Yeah, but for real though, I've seen so many cartoon episodes and so many like different media where the name was pronounced Arkansas, not Arkansas. So I've learned that the pronunciation is like that, and so it's like when the person was pronouncing all these states and they said Arkansas, I was like dumbfounded, like what? especially American, yeah. Why would you pronounce it in the French way? I don't know. Maybe it's like it was like Canadian colony or something. I'm just memeing at this point, but really no idea at all. Alright, totally forgot there were French there too, yeah. Would you be turning the comments off on my videos since it's annoying? I've noticed that YouTube usually does that when your content is being switched to for kids or something like that. And when it's taken as a music video. All the music videos and videos for kids get their comments turned off. I'm always keeping the option to keep my videos as for adults. And let me tell you, yeah, because Americans like to be different. I mean, there is something with that, but I don't know. I specifically click not for kids. Yeah, a lot of people do that too. They, but they are already different. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want a bunch of 7-year-olds watching my videos. I mean, to be fair, I've noticed that it also depends on the content. Like, for example, a lot of drawing content brings more of the older community. Like, the range of my, you know, viewer base ranges from 20 to even 40. That's like the general majority of the viewer base. There are younger people in the statistics. Even though I have, you know, so many things that I mentioned, it's not that hyper stimulating as what Gen Alpha needs. Yeah, kinda. I do art and mask making, but I also post original character lore and random stuff, yeah. So for example, if I would take that drawing, I would speed it up even more and throw it under like 1 minute video. It would be like a short, right? But what does it mean? Then it would be hyper stimulating and it would be also pushed to Gen Alpha, which is younger audience, right? That's why I won't do shorts. I just don't like it, even though a lot of people would go for it. And I'm thinking about that, like taking an entire drawing process into a short. Some filters, KBD cameo, error sounds, yeah. And finish with. And it would be a perfect video for them. It would be stimulating enough. But I have to say that it's like, I don't really understand it. I'm trying to watch. I've been looking through some shorts, and I don't even have like in my recommended videos any AI slop, but it gets pushed for some reason. I mainly post shorts because they get more views and I don't want to film a long video. But then I imagine her being really fucking tall, so she has to go around the disco ball. I mean, I can make her 6 feet tall. Or I can make her 2 meters tall. I mean, after all, Winter would be tall because she's elf. She would be like 190 or 180 something. Slightly under 190 or slightly above 190. I think elf's size would be like around 190s. Also, I think that female elves would be like beautiful and stuff, while male elves would have like, you know, fangs growing out of their cheekbones through their skin and stuff. Like the males wouldn't be so beautiful at all. I just want my comments to stay on when I turn them on. What the fuck? What? But yeah, I kind of think that I can make demons also taller. I kind of think that male elves in this universe would be more disgusting way. Maybe not like disgusting, but they would just have, you know, some like deformities like that, just so they wouldn't be like perfectly smooth and stuff. But actually they would be more of like, you know, woodland animals or something like this. To be fair, I'm not sure, Goblin. I'm not sure about what to do with the comments. You can try to write to the YouTube, you know, sending them a ticket like, hey, something's going on, like my videos are getting comments turned off even though I'm turning them on. If there's something going on, like, you know, can you do something about that and stuff? Oh yeah. Bro. Everything is, it doesn't do that all of my videos, just occasionally a random video had the comments off. That's something that you would have to really ask YouTube for. I'm struggling today. What's going on, Muto? It's about the drawing? Me too, Muto. Yeah, I also kind of struggle. No, just in general. I see. I see. Well, it's... at times it gets to be a struggle. I've had my psychiatrist visit today. I've got an extension to my sick leave, but also if you set your age birthday under 21 on your Google account, I think they turn it off. At least that's what's the common thing people this happens to. I see. I feel kinda sick, probably just allergies, but still. Gotcha. To be fair, yeah, that might be it. If you're under 21, that might be the problem. Like I was already above 21 when they started doing those changes on YouTube. So if you have your YouTube to be under 21, not sure of the age, so that might actually be, you know, what's causing the thing. To be fair, recently I've been kinda struggling with... sorry for the dog. So I've been kinda actually recently struggling with stuffy nose, probably also allergies. I don't even know when things are starting to pollen. What's the pollen calendar? What's the pollen? When something pollens. What of Poland? Not Poland, Pollen. P-O-L-L-E-N. What's polling right now? Yo, what's polling? What's polling right now? Something that started just recently. Almond Willow. Those fucking bitches. It could be the weather too, yeah. But Almond Willow. are spreading pollens nearby. And I have both elm and willows around. I actually have elm and willows around. It's like a peak. You want to look at the peaking parts. Also, like what just started to pollen is birch and ash. God, I'm struggling with spelling today. No, it's okay, it's okay. But that's that. To be fair, every time the weather changes, my energies get all messed up. Same happened last year, but that escalated to me having pneumonia on my birthday last year. Damn. Why do I have a funny idea? What's the idea? What's the idea? Come on, come on. And my dog is still barking. I'm so sorry for that. I kinda have to keep the doors open. At least now. You know, until my mom is not around yet. She's going to come back soon. But I've got my sick leave extended for a bit more. I can hear him. Oh, that's good then. The noise cancelling works. Cheese is just a loaf of milk. True. Why does that make sense? What? That actually makes sense. Cheese is a loaf of milk. Damn. Because I'm smart. Bro. Alrighty, folks. I'll be wrapping up. Announcer, and here's our new poll dancer. Andre walks on the stage and starts raving. Andre. Why Andre? What the heck? Andre! No! He is the pole dancer. Yeah. Let's see, if you step on a person's foot, they open their mouth just like a Droshka. I love it. I actually love it. Alrighty, folks. I'll be wrapping up. I'll be probably drawing. I have that rage bait artwork to draw, so we'll see. I don't know. I doubt it's going to catch up, like, because I would have to send it on Twitter. Maybe on Reddit it's going to catch up as a good rage bait, but I doubt that the person that the rage bait is targeted on is going to see that. Because I'm doing very specific artwork of Crony from Hololive. And Twitter, unfortunately, is the only portal where, you know, holo memes are active. What rage bait? The artwork I've sent you, that's a rage bait. I want to send it like, oh, here's the compromising photo of that Vtuber. You know, I don't see problem with it. I mean, the tomato is a fruit. Does that make ketchup a smoothie? Yeah, with a vinegar. Yeah. Into the relationship meme. True. True. But actually, like, she's like, you know, she's like super into being fit, and she kind of gets angry when someone is bringing up the she gets angry when someone is like calling her you know, like chubby or something like that. She hates when people are you know, doing any teasing comments about that. That's why it's rage bait. Is sand called sand because it's between the sea and the land? Yes. Actually, sand is called sand because it creates sentiment. Though it's sentiment and sentiment. Goodbye, Davis, was nice to know you. Nah, I just... What do you mean? Nah, I'm just making, you know, making fun now. I just, you know, trying to make the rage, but I don't even know if I'm going to send it, to be fair. I'm just drawing it because I'm drawing it in a very specific art style. Rip Davis? What do you mean Rip Davis? Are you doing it on your main account? To be fair, I'm thinking, like, I might, like, that was supposed to be the main idea of the rage bait, you know? But on the other hand, I don't think I want to push the idea, because, like, it's not the kind of content I'm doing, and I don't want to mess up anything. So I'm having, like, second thoughts, but, you know... On the other hand, like, should I? No idea. It might be a better idea to get a second for the publicity. Yeah, kinda. I mean, for the attention generally. Or just for people to ask why. Or just see how people are, you know, getting baited or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of like this. Try it. You can always delete it. Yeah, you can't really delete something from people's memory, and people tend to remember things. Unfortunately. You can delete stuff from the internet. Exactly. Like, to be fair, like, if I believe that the moment I would send it on Reddit, it would just get deleted by once, and that would be it. Twitter, it just won't really push through. So I can... The most thing that would probably happen would be like, like, I've just posted something that people kinda, you know, questionable thing. That, you know, my audience can kinda start questioning me. So I can only... It can, you know, it can also just backfire. That's why I'm talking about the idea of posting a rage bait. Just try it. I'll probably ask someone who knows how to do some management stuff and ask if, you know, that's a good idea. You know, to make rage bait, but I doubt it's a good idea. Like, in the worst case scenario, he'll just tell me, like, you know, don't. You know, like, that's the thing. But I'm mostly just doing this because I'm doing... the idea of making a rage bait came into the mind, and I was like, hey, I would want to try a new style to learn something from it. You can kind of see that I've kind of learned from it a little bit. You don't really see that many details on the line art. I mean, do you have an alt account for this kind of stuff? Yeah, but it's not like for the content idea for this kind of stuff, but for the sheer sake of just baiting people and getting angry. True, yeah. Because yeah, I have an account, like very separate, hidden away account. You won't really know it. And I'm not going to say it, but I have a hidden secret alt account for questionable NSFW stuff, just to get some, you know, just to milk some commissions. It's nothing illegal, it's just some weird niche and stuff. Yeah. No, Zaga, why did you dox me? Oh no, no, it's it's not. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And I can tell you, one of the tricks for people that do commissions, like, they have two accounts, and you have absolutely not even a single idea how many huge artists actually have very similar accounts just to make some questionable NSFW stuff for very specific niches, just to double the, you know, the commissions. It's like it's like a hidden secret that a lot of people say. And I can tell you that NSFW artists are actually also making normal commissions, and they are under different nicknames. It's kind of visible too. I'ma go, I'm hungry and I have a headache. Bye guys, bye bye Goblin, bye bye. So you won't share the gigabytes of furry drawing collection, I guess? No, I won't. What? Imagine. But yeah, it's like a sad truth that unfortunately normal commissions are not really doing such a boom as the NSFW commissions. That's why so many artists are also doing NSFW commissions too. But yeah. I mean, I don't know, I'd probably just ask around some folks, like, do pluses and minuses, what's the worst that can happen, like, I don't want to pin a pin for just one rage bait artwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, like, get a bullet in my shoulder for the rest of my life just because I've had a funny idea, let's make a rage bait. And, you know, by the way, do you have an ETA for your game? No, I don't. We've established with the guy that the project is just going to take longer time to do stuff. So we have no idea how the game is going to go. And to be fair, like, I feel like we could, like both you and me could do this way faster. But I guess some of the stuff were, you know, strictly from my side, like I've had some troubles, you know, I'm kind of juggling between, you know, a lot of different projects, and but also the dude, I kind of wait for his response, you know, like he says that okay, I'm out of the game jam, I'm going to look into the stuff you've sent me, and I don't hear from him for like next 4 or 5 days. I got the feel that I'll finish my project relatively fast, and not sure I want to work with randos sometime soon. Yeah, to be fair, like we can just sit down and do the work together, like straight up. Yeah, exactly. But I have to say, the project you are working on right now, it's crazy, really. Every single time I read your update that we were talking about, it's like mind-blowing to me. It's like, it's not all, both projects are kind of crazy, yeah. Also, like, the artists are so clueless. I don't think I was so clueless when I got my first gig as an artist for game dev. Like, they actually have no idea what they are doing there. There are 4 artists there, lol, yeah. And every single one seems so clueless that it's painful to watch. Like, they need an art director that would actually lead them. I was actually directing artwork movements in projects before. 2 of them are pretty good. I mean, yeah, but like, still, they are not really... Like, every single one of them works, like... I just haven't shown you the ones I like, I see. But like, the way how they've split the work, the way how they are operating on the works, how much they have no idea how how much they don't really have yet, you know, done, while the project that they are doing should, or like, have those things done beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different things that should be taken to the bank before you start a project like this. And they took nothing. It's like sending someone to the war just in the, you know, panties, and not even like normal panties, in like bikini and a knife. You know? We're trying to figure out what the game is about for that project too, yeah. Like, like story writers are also clueless. I doubt the game itself has like actual normal idea. I think it was just like, oh, I have this character, I have this character, that character is like that, that and that, that character is like that, that and that. And like, you know, someone just typed in like random idea and just it went like that. Like, straight up, I feel like it's all about, like, the characters don't even, like, the writing of the characters doesn't even fit the game idea of itself. Like, straight up, it just doesn't fit. So I, like, you know, again, like, I've seen teams like this, and I can tell you that those are not really teams that last long. Don't know. All of the characters are kind of elaborate, fucked up clones. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the thing, like, the characters are elaborate, fucked up clones. The game idea is just like, seems so out of touch with the characters themselves. I don't know. Like, literally, characters feel like, what animal do you think I would be? I think I would be a tiger-wolf mix hybrid, ferocious and so vivid and social. You know what I'm saying? You know, like this kind of like this kind of idea. Like, it's just you go to a random place, ask around, and you have like a bunch of people responding same way. It's like being experimented on, but I still don't understand how it's worth doing a live dev game. Is the result worth that kind of money? Yeah. Exactly. It's like Among Us, but with 2 teams. Jesus. It's even worse because, like, The manga I've mentioned, Doubt, in a visual novel format, yeah. The manga I've mentioned, Doubt, at least have like all for one, like, you know, the like actual thing, like you just have one killer and the killer stays the same throughout the entire series, and you have just bunch of people that came there for to be victims, you know, and they have to find out who's the killer. That's like at least interesting, but of course it has to be written properly. Like, you can also kind of compare it to what Doubt become after a while, because Doubt it's like set of one shots. If I remember correctly, you have like 4 one shots. Every one of them has like different things. So you have first one, which is really good. Second one is like meh, like okay, but meh. Third one is like total flop. Fourth one is way better, like almost as good as first one, but it was already too late for the series. Because fourth one brought like super fucked up like plot twist that I've totally not expected. I tried to sum up the rules and failed. Just imagine. Bro. That's absolutely have no idea. That doesn't make sense. Is it? Bro, like, is the dude actually any knowledgeable of what the project actually is supposed to be? Isn't that it? Sorry. It's a goblin. Bro. Yeah, I have to say, like, the person that kind of makes this game, right? That's supposed. I think that person is the writer, right? Like, nothing makes sense there. Like, this person doesn't even know what's going on with the game. At least stop speaking like a goblin. Well, that's good. Maybe had too much fun made out of them. But nobody made fun of anybody. I'm saying like out of the group chat. So the person just stopped doing this even in the group chat, where no one made the fun. You know, like the side thing happened. But yeah, I have to say that the project seems like it's going to fall really quickly. Like, it's way too... It takes them way too long to even think. Being on that chat feels like playing an RPG where nobody tries hard to play a specific character. Bro. Can I become that wolf-tiger mix? Rar. I don't think the project will fail, the game might. We'll see. What? We are talking about some game dev stuff. To be fair, but I will do the technical part so it will work. Not sure about the content and story though, I see. I have to say, like, the general thing is that I don't necessarily, you know, understand like the basics. Like, I don't really understand the basics how this team even brought up together. But it really reminds me of the very first team I've worked with, and you have no idea how hard it was when I was already done with graphics and I've had so many things prepared. Sure, please. I'm interested in seeing that, but to continue, basically, when I was starting doing stuff for game dev, right? Because I was artist and I was like, hey, I can do some graphics for your games. So a team came up to me like, hey, yeah, let's do that. So I was doing stuff, right? And I was doing a lot of graphics, etc. But I've noticed a lot of things were not really like coming together. Like, and I was asking questions like, hey, what are we doing? Like, do we have story? Like, what's the story? Oh yeah, nah, I'm going to work on the story soon. Hey, what systems are we going to implement in the game? Oh yeah, I haven't thought about them yet. Hey, I'm really trying to make a design of this character, but I don't really have the personality of it. Do we have any characters, like, description? Because I have no idea why I do it with my third alt account, bro. Imagine. But yeah, it's like so weird, you know? It's just straight up weird because I'm literally having flashbacks because that team that I was doing stuff, like, okay, I've done stuff that I was doing so many graphics, and I was saying like, hey, we have so many graphics, do we at least have the characters walking? Oh, that was my nickname, Nike too, I see. So the moment I've asked for like demo, the guy said like, yeah, we really appreciate you've been doing all of that, but actually team disbanded. What do you mean? Like, we've had projects to do, like, it's not really that difficult to scramble all of that into a demo. The program is, it just has to settle things, right? Set the graphics into the engine. Yeah, nah, we are not doing that. The game had no idea. And like, you know, literally, so many people were so hyped for weeks to work on this project, right? They've had programmist, writer, artist, sound designer, right? Like, you know, BGM, SFX, etc. And someone that was kind of directing everything, right? Like, and also kind of working with, I think, writer or something like that. Yeah, we have everything too. Yeah, it's like we've had like actual team, like everyone had their own workload and stuff. And at this certain point, like, you know, what happened? Like, don't know why we would need SFX, but we got a guy. I mean, you know, for example, the same thing goes for the Sucker for Love, right? Do you remember that game that we played? It had sound effects. Opening doors, walking between maps, you know, doing stuff. So as far as I understand, I think it should have some systems kind of like Sucker for Love. That was awesome game, true. It was really good thing. If I would ever have to make a game, you know, like, if I would ever want to make a game like visual novel, for sure I would want my visual novel to be on the same level of as that. And mechanically so simple too. Yeah, but also quite advanced too. Like, a lot of visual novels are just like, you're clicking through the dialogue, you are hitting a response, you're clicking through the dialogue, hitting a response, and like the story kind of goes on its own. So that's kind of like the whole shtick, right? Yeah, I have kind of like you know, flashbacks when I look at the Steam, like straight up. Yeah, we will do some point and click to where you have to find clues. Yeah. Like straight up, I'm getting when I'm looking at this team, I'm getting flashbacks of this of similar team I was working back then. That's why I'm saying that at certain points someone might get offended by something, or they just will notice that they have absolutely no idea what they are doing. They have no idea what the game even supposed to be. No systems, no story, no character no character like profiles, nothing. Just set of graphics and probably entire engine ready to work. The upside of being the programmer is that I can always reuse what I make. True. For artists kinda too, I was using those graphics I've made for that, because that's supposed to be a top-down game. And I've kinda made it for like as if it was prepared for RPG Maker, so I've actually made it work this way. It kinda clicked, so I mean, I use the same code for all the current projects. Yeah. That reminds me, no idea on how to separate in friendly way yet. I see. Or just I won't show it to anybody. Yeah. Just don't say someone else is using the same engine. You're just going to notice, some similarities, and that's it. I believe it's not necessarily like the same thing over and over again, like one-to-one. Everybody knows and everybody's fine with it. So yeah, so I don't think it needs any separation then. But yeah, I have to say, kinda the worst case scenario is, doing something very particularly in the way where you won't really be able to reuse this anywhere. And I have to say that project that we were doing back in the days kind of fucked over all, me, for example. Because, being an artist for a game is very difficult. It's like you're kind of making most of the game. Like, you can kind of say that you have half on half between story and the graphics, right? Besides programming, sounds, etc. If you are the sole artist, worst case scenario, you just slip it into RenPy and ask GPT to write a story for it. That's also true. You can just slap it into RenPy and say, fuck it. I might get RenPy, but I don't know. Nah, RenPy is not really as good. I want to make visual novel that would be, similar to Sucker for Love. It's free, yeah. I figured. I don't know, we will see. After all, working with RenPy is not really going to be that difficult, but I don't want to put on myself more. I'm going to probably try to finish that crony artwork, ask around. When I finish the current code, it will be very similar to Sucker for Love. That's really cool. So I'm going to probably build with crafting too. That's really cool. That might be useful actually. So come to the thing, I might actually finish that crony artwork, that rage bait I've mentioned. and probably ask if it's a good idea to even post it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe I'm going to throw it someday somewhere under the different, you know, artist name, right? Because of different style. I have to say, if I wouldn't really, to be fair, if I wouldn't really slack on it, I would finish it. So I would finish it already. Like this whole idea, like of the style is very simple and very fast to draw. If I would sit down and draw for 2 hours straight on the stream, I would for sure finish and like most of it. I was thinking about how fun it would be to make a bunch of this kind of stuff about a lot of people. What do you mean? And slap all of them into a big rage bait game? I mean, that's not a bad idea. Things like that are, you know, like for one, for sure it's going to. That's what Mid Canyon does, but with videos. True. It's just making a rage baiting narrative. It's very specific art style too that a lot of people are calling ugly. But Mid Canyon, surprisingly, from what I know, I think he also is a really good artist. It's just his animation style is getting very specific for his animations, just so they would be rage baited too. It's ugly on purpose, yeah, exactly. It's ugly on purpose. It has to be ugly because otherwise it wouldn't be a rage bait, right? It kinda is a rage bait. He's taking like a bunch of YouTubers and stuff, making like ugly caricatures and doing very specific stuff. That's why I'm also making this kind of rage bait. That's why this kind of rage bait came to my mind, because of how Mid Canyon works with stuff. So I took something that the person, right? The person is kinda doesn't really like, and basically I would, you know, just took up the idea of making, you know, a rage bait by placing the person in the situation which the person wouldn't really like, right? That's what the rage bait is purposed for, to enrage certain group of people or a person, right? And actually I'm kind of aiming not to anger her particularly. It's fun and games until this season deceased, true. It's true. It's fun and it's shit and giggles until someone actually shits and giggles, as I used to say. I'm not doing this particularly to, you know, rage bait her. I'm not doing this to rage bait Crony. I'm doing this to rage bait her fans. That's the target of the rage bait, because I believe she's going to understand it. Like, she's going to understand that it's a rage bait. Like, you know, of course, you know, already, you know, some laughs were happening, and, you know, probably she already understands that some people are doing this to rage bait her. So most likely, you know, the entire idea of the rage baiting is already settled. But, you know, she's prepared for it. But, you know, her fans might, for example, have the, you know, made fall for the rage bait. You know what I'm saying? So that's the target. Of course, it would be funny if she would see it and, for example, respond to it. It would be. To be fair, it would kinda hurt me, because I've made in the past so many different artworks for HoloLive. None of the HoloMem responded. Yet, if crony would actually respond to that rage bait, I would lose my shit, because even though I've been putting so much work into the artworks, the girl with the cats responded, didn't she? No. I don't think Bao responded to me. Let me check. Where is Bao? I see some nice stuff actually. Hey yo, I don't see Bao. I don't think I've posted Bao on Twitter. I actually didn't. Oh yeah, no, here it is. It got 21 likes, 1,171 views, 6 shares, and 2 bookmarks. It's actually one of the better artworks I've got. Wait, let me check the. For God's sake, I just want to. See the statistics. There we go. Now accessing my post analytics is based. Okay, I can see the post stuff. It wasn't reposted by her for sure. Yeah, no, it was liked by her. Oh fuck, I totally forgot about that. The artwork on Twitter was actually liked by her. It was liked by Bao. Like actual Bao. I see the account right in front of me. She is enlisted in the likes. That's cool. Lol, found your com for Ayami? Yeah. To be fair, I'm looking now at this artwork that I've done for Bao, and I feel like I could do much better work there. So cute. Yeah, the one for Ayami was good. It was really good. I really liked the way how I was doing hers back then. But it's not really fitting the style anymore. But it was still kind of similar to what I'm doing right now. The style itself, like it was already when my style was settled to what it is right now. I was just pursuing further work on it. Because not that long after, I've just, hit the... I started drawing the... the characters I've been drawing. So that's kind of that. But yeah, like other VTubers that I've done artworks for didn't really place any liking to it. I think I've had some... I think I've had some stuff going on Reddit actually. I've had way more how to say this? I think I've had way more people actually noticing my artworks. Even though Hololive Reddit is quite busy. Although I have to call some bullcrap because, for example, I drew certain artwork you know, of Hosho Marine. It was in this very specific sweater, right? So basically, just because I've had this the pirate one, yeah, the pirate one. So I've made her draw, I've drew her in this very specific sweater that was so popular, and mine was like, would not call it a sweater. Yeah, but this artwork was deleted. This artwork was deleted from Reddit, but other artworks that were far more raunchy, far more horny. It's like a turtleneck bra. Yeah. So basically, this mine was deleted by more, like, far more raunchy, far more horny artworks were kept on the Reddit, and I've like asked, hey, what's going on? What's the deal? Because my artwork got deleted, and dude that was moderating, like, oh yeah, because it was breaking our rules, and like I've sent him like bunch of other artworks that were way, way hornier than mine, and like those are way more raunchy. What's the problem then? Because like if mine was too raunchy for the rules, why those are still kept? But I didn't receive any response to that. They just responded like, oh, because it broke our rules, but it didn't really mention that. He didn't really address the other artworks, right? So I call bullshit and double standards, right? Probably I don't want to really like drama, like different stuff happening, but like because I don't really care. But like but I kind of could guess that probably those were people that are friends with people. One looked really good too. Yeah, Mio one was really nice. I can even show you the Mio one. It's still in my it's still in my main folder because it was on her 5th anniversary. I really liked kind of the faces. It's really similar to kind of to the style that I'm working on with Crony right now. It really it looks kind of similar. If I would just delete all those like special effects and just keep everything kind of better, it would it would look better for once, but also it looks already kind of similar to the one from that. This is actually the art style that I was making a master study of from the person called Katniss. She was actually a she or he. So basically, the general idea is that I would probably, I don't know, I will ask if making a raid bait like this is even a good idea. If someone is going to tell me like, hey, if like, that guy that I've mentioned, because he kind of knows a bit more about, content creation and like rage baits and like what's good, what's not good and stuff, and if I'm going to show this specific style and this specific artwork, like, hey, is that going to be a good kind of rage bait? Is that actually going to keep at it? Are they going to pin something to me that I don't want to have pinned? Right? To be fair, I don't really mind to be called like that one artist because, for example, I would definitely like to draw Arya with like burning house behind her with smile, like kind of like Found another tiefling with ice cream. Yeah. Wait, let me show you the artwork that Zega talks about. I've shown it back in the days. Actually, I want to make the green tongue, yeah, because I kind of gave her green blood, so you know, biologically, if the blood is green, right? It's going to make blush green and tongue green, like generally the very like blood, like places where there's a lot of like blood cells going on, there should be green, right? Because this is how the subsurface scattering working. So yeah, so this is more or less how it goes. This is more or less how I went for it. It's not necessarily something I'm really proud of, but yeah. Also, this kind of sucks what I've done here, but it's still kind of good. Those shoes look pretty neat. So out of place to be fair, like you have an artwork and then in totally different art style shoes. I think it looks better that you scaled down the head proportions slightly. Yeah, yeah. Like, to be fair, it's something I kind of had problems with. And I've started, like, you know, trying to get my hand to properly scale the head proportions, and you can still somehow see, you know, every now and then that I'm still drawing heads way too big, but I'm scaling them down. And, you know, this is the solution that I can do for now. If I notice that the head is too big, I'm not going to just leave it, because it's at a certain point I have to start correcting it. So I've started like trying to correct it, but also whenever I see that the head turns out way too big for the body itself, I'm just shrinking it down or expanding the body depending like what's bigger, what's not. And generally I think that the, you know, the main concept, like the conceptual thing for, you know, for the style, it's better that I've done it, because it's way, it's kind of more or less what I went for. I wanted like anime, but with a lot of like realistic pushes. And I think having like a really realistic structure, really realistic proportions of the body with some anime adjustments, like for example, you know, characters with bigger boobs or something like that, like you see in anime, like I can draw that. But for example, I really want to have the head's proportions to be corrected, right? I really want the head's proportions to be correct. And I have to say, it's something that I've noticed that started to happening when I've started to switch to manga. I do have no idea why. I think at a certain point I've picked up that the head's supposed to be bigger, somehow, somewhere. It kinda stayed for a while, and way too much. The 2023 August 24th sketch looking really good too. I did a little sketch for you. I check it later. I check it. Wait, let me see. A sketch I did. You mean the one of ASCII? (2023). Like, I know that Roboko, yeah, the Roboko sketch turned out to be really good. It turned out to blow up, actually. I have no idea how did it even came up. Somehow, just somehow. Because it got 1 comment, 29 shares, 103 likes, and two bookmarks. It's crazy, actually. On the other hand, there, you know, there are like other characters, the other Vtubers that didn't really, you know, went on. Like, another thing that I really liked was Mume. have to say there were a lot of things that kind of, you know, didn't really work out, and I'm still kind of spitting on it. I've gotta be real with you, I still kind of spit on it. I don't really like what I see when I look at my older artworks, because I know I could do better back then. Some of the artworks have really nice backgrounds, but still not necessarily something I would like straightforward go for. Like, for example, the background that I've done for Amelia, for Ame, it's not necessarily something I really like. It's not necessarily something I would go for. It looks kind of awful. I could definitely do it better. I have to say I've had a lot of ups and downs with my style and generally my artworks. I've had a lot of things that were pushing forward, a lot of things that I was trying to go. The Mika Picasso one, nice colors, yeah. Mia likes vivid stuff, I see. Yeah, the Mika Picasso was also something I was kind of studying the hyperpop color palettes. It kind of clicked, I have to say, but it's generally that idea. Like, you get a lot of like very I tend to call it a highlighter style, because it's literally just a bunch of neon colors. It's using mostly only what was it? It's using similar to Aria for me, yeah, because Aria also has a similar color palette. She got neon green shirt and stuff. I would definitely have to like probably upload again start uploading my artworks again, like probably try to upgrade the like I would definitely also that face is so good, yeah. Again, like back in the days I was kinda I wasn't really sure where I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't really sure where I'm going. I think you should do more variety of expressions, true. But this, you see, the thing is that I'm drawing a character art. Character art doesn't necessarily have a lot of like very vivid variety of expressions. The variety of expressions comes to the illustrations. Right, like different smiles, crying, you know, like screaming, like generally because the main idea was is for giving out emotions. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if you are capable to, if you're like, whenever you need to give expressions, it's going to be exactly the illustrations, right? The illustrative works. If you're designing a character, you want to have everything to be on more of a setup. Ivisor. Yeah, Ivisor was pretty good. Those were more of a how do you call it? The Gijinkas were on more of a level where I was trying to tell the story, you know, with the character artworks. So basically, I was trying to fit in with the poses of the characters. So basically, you've had Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was just standing there, smiling, a happy boy, right? So I've done the same thing for the Gijinka. But then we've had Ivysaur, it kind of stood proud and it was giving a mean look. It like kind of started to give a mean look. It was giving more or less of a angry teenager vibe. And so I gave the same vibe to the character design, right? To the character artwork. And so like you can kind of split it between two different things. You know, so you have character artworks where you are doing much more to the general concept of it, right? So basically, if you're capable to go for the general conception for the character, if you already have a character established, you can make a character art for that character, but involve it into an action. So you are making more or less an illustrative work, but you are making an illustrative work of a character art and everything. Oh, the girl holding a rose sitting on a rooftop was also nice. Yeah, that's the Mumei I've talked about. Actually, there was a guy who took the paper bag as a profile picture on Twitter. I really like that. Because that's called friend. Mumei has Mumei's fan base is called friends, right? So a friend is like a living paper bag. So basically someone just took that friend, as a picture. But yeah, and that was probably the best HoloLive artwork I've done, because that was like one of the better, like illustrative work. Also had some more like works done for like story behind it, because I went for a meme, right? Like, come on, what's the deal? What's known for Mumei? Oh yeah, when Crony walked up to her during their Minecraft stream, threw a poppy at her and said flower. Like straight up, like without any emotion in the voice, like straight up a robot, just flower. And that was the general idea. Like it was a meme clip that a lot of people went for. I've tried to do a lot of stuff connected with the with the idea of the Vtubers. Like what's the main thing for the Vtuber? You can draw good expressions. No idea why you did the face half of the time. Just like that. I don't know, it's just it kind of went like this. I know I can make a lot of good expressions. I've been studying expressions for a really long time. I'm telling you, I've been drawing for a really long time. It's just like at times I just don't really think when I'm drawing. I kind of want to start drawing a bit more things, a bit better like try to incorporate way more things, like better expressions, better, like, better designs, better storytelling, put some more work into backgrounds, etc. Like I can draw better, I could draw like realistic background. I could, but it's not going to fit in the anime style, and the anime style is what I've had problem with. Like I can draw really good realistically, but the trouble is that it's not going to fit into anime. Well, I don't know. And the one is the second most common mouth, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Just that. So basically that's the general idea of, I don't think when I'm drawing to, yeah. Like when I'm streaming I just chill, I vibe too much for it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is exactly the moment where I'm vibing way too much, and just generally I'm trying to go with a bit more. go with a bit more stuff. So, like, I don't know, I think it's mostly because of the laziness speaking, you know? I think it's generally because of the laziness speaking, and like, I really have to pursue a bit more effort into my artworks, and because I see that my laziness and like wanting, like, you know, the speed, this is something that I've talked about for a long time, like speed, and you can kind of see that when the moment when I went like, oh yeah, I don't care about speed anymore, and I've just started spending more time on drawing. I started to focus on drawing. Of course, I have moments on streams when I just, you know, over focus and I don't speak at all. Not to lay down first, it's a joke. Yeah, exactly. So basically, the moment but you can blame it on the lack of imagination. True. That's also true. Because it is because of the lack of imagination. A lot of time I was spending on my works, it was because I had no idea what I want to draw. A lot of people just sit down and they have, you know, idea in their head. They have imagination that is bringing those ideas in their heads. I don't have that. I really don't have that. I have to think of kind of a story that I want to tell, but what story I can tell. Some people just have like vivid images coming up to their minds on their own. They don't have to think of a story. They just have those images on their own. Every single piece I'm doing has to have some kind of story, because otherwise I'm not capable to do that. Or some kind of object that I can like attach to. Because for example, if I think like, you know, I have female demon dancer. Okay, this is female demon dancer. It's a cabaret, right? So I'm drawing this character, and it fits the description. It's a demon, she's a dancer, and she's a female. As easy as that, and that's more or less what I need to really quickly make some simple characters. I don't see the picture either, but I have the idea of like, she has the let's fuck things up face. Despite I don't imagine it and can't execute on the idea either. Yeah, but like, I don't know. At a certain point, to be fair, back in the days, I think I've had way more vivid ideas. I don't have that anymore. I think I've kind of lost those ideas when I've started to pursue the Art Academy. And the moment when I was pursuing Art Academy, I was doing a lot of like works from references, and it just I lost it. But I can still, for example, like, you know, oh, orange, what's up with the orange? It's orange, it has brown, it has green. What's what's the opposite of the orange? It's like aquatic blue or something like that. Apple. Yeah, exactly. But it has like opposite color of aquatic blue, so we already have a color palette of 4 colors. Plus skin tone, 5. Perfect color palette you can get. Easy. What's next? Acidic, right? It's like acidic fruit. It's a citrus. What comes with acid? Thief, right? Thief, poison, acid. Maybe an archer that shoots poison arrows, something like this. You already have idea for a character. But am I going to be the only person that is going to think of it? No. Isn't having a perfect color palette kinda too conventional? No. Like, there are some color combinations that you can do, but most likely if you are not going for the, you know, quote-unquote perfect color palette, which doesn't really exist. You can't really get perfect color palette. But if you are going for a perfect, you can't really get good color palette if you're not going for the perfect one. If you're not going with the, you know, with triadic, you know, monochrome, binary, like whatever color setup you want. Like I can make up a random color palette in head which looks good. Yeah, but the thing is that I can do the same color palette, it's still going to look good, and it's going to be probably the same as you are going to think, because you know, if something looks good, that means there are rules for that. Like baby blue, magenta-ish, pink, black, gold. Yeah, because black and gold goes with almost every color. Baby blue and magenta pinkish, so you can kind of say that it's baby blue and girl pink and baby pink, right? It's actually baby blue and magenta. It was already a color palette, but do you know how does it look like? Let me make a picture and I'll show and I'll blow your head why this color palette looks good and why it would still make sense with the rules that I'm telling. Look at the color palette. Look at that. Wait. What color palette that is? Triadic. It's literally a triadic color palette. Wait, gold is actually here. Fuck. Do you see now what do I mean? Black is just saturation, so it's going good with every color. Gold, baby blue and magenta are literally freaking triadic color scheme that you can go for. It's just not that many people are going for those colors because, for example, they have no idea for character that or anything, any design that will go for those colors. But for example, I can tell you that baby blue and magenta was used on some old gaming console. And it had only those two colors. It could produce images only with those two colors. So everything was baby blue, magenta and black. I don't remember which one. Probably you are going to know because it was also like... I think it was also like a PC or something. I'm not sure if it wasn't by an accident Atari or something like that. It would look good on my cyberpunk character. I mean, it would, because very bright colors are going really those are really popular neon colors. Baby blue and magenta. Yeah, those are neon colors. Neon goes with cyberpunk. Still fits really well. You can go for it. I can tell you right now, right away. But yeah, like, see, the thing is that perfect color palette doesn't exist. A perfect color palette are random colors that look good, and you have rules that are written not because there are rules because some artist said so, because those are literally rules that are making up every single color combination that looks good. Because someone sat down and wrote down and saw patterns. Only because someone noticed those goddamn patterns, only because of that, they were capable to figure out that there are some kind of rules that you can go and always get good combinations of colors. Like, this is literally the magic of color theory, and not that many people know that, and not that many people actually write that in their tutorials. Those are not rules to limit you, those are rules to speed up your... Doesn't it prove the thing? Which one? That everywhere there's a pattern? Yeah, it does. That people see the colors the same ways in their brain? Yeah. I mean, how else you will see the color than through your brain? What? Only because we see a certain color means that our brain processed it in that peculiar way. Switched up. Like, what if somebody sees colors inverted? Like, what you mean inverted? Like, if red is blue, pink is green, yellow is blue. Just nobody knows. Just flip the spectrum. Hmm. I mean, the general idea is that just because we see color, it means that there's a connection between certain colors, right? When I was little, I thought about these kinds of things a lot. Kind of same. Oh, what if I merge all the plasticine together? Oh, why did it turn out like blackish brown? What's wrong? And like that's the way how you learn that there are colors that are overpowering other colors by the pigmentation. That's why when you're mixing, for example, you want to watch out for the amount of certain colors you're putting in, just because they're going to overpower your entire color and fuck everything up. What if the green color I see is blue in somebody else's head? We just have a consensus about its name. Isn't that like daltonism and other like sicknesses from this family? Like, you can actually have sickness that is like not recognizing certain colors, like range of certain colors, like squished. And the biggest like color range is green for us, because red and blue is like the most minimal thing you can get. Green is logical. I mean, it's because it's literally between all the colors. It's like they've kind of figured out how the spectrum goes. Have to spot predators in the bushes, yeah. Kinda, I think, yeah, I think it might be because of how we've evolved. We've been evolving around a lot of greenery, and maybe that's why we see more green. There are some snakes are seeing in infrared, for example. Snakes are detecting their prey by trying to hunt them by infrared. Because infrared help them hunt. Yeah, exactly. And that's why they've evolved. But then why dogs, for example, see blue but don't see other colors? They see everything in sepia, but not blue, apparently, from what I've seen. They don't see any other color, like just blue is a blue. Everything else is like in sepia. That's bizarre. What? No idea on how they figured that out. Yeah. No idea either. But some scientists like posted an image how the dog would see how dog would see things, and it was like literally just sepia and like just blue color like sticking out. Those images are so bad. Oh, maybe. I mean, to be fair, back in the days, there was actually a scientist that was experimenting on animals and brought back a dog alive, trying to depict and show us colors we cannot see. True. True. I mean, how do you... Like, otherwise, how do you explain to someone how infrared or ultraviolet look like? It's like red. That is so red that you can see it. And we see colors some animal can't even imagine. Yeah, that's true. We have like... To be fair, we have one of the more advanced color range from animals. I think like dolphins have better color range? Not sure. Also, imagine snakes discussing if humans only see a narrow range, bro. Actually, we do that with dogs. Yeah. This is crazy. Like, science itself is crazy. Alrighty, folks. We are way too far past my normal streaming time. Need to get food. Yeah, I'm also going to probably munch on a donut and work on that crony artwork. I'm just doing this for the master study of the art style, to be fair, but we'll see if the idea with the rage bait is going to fire up. You will probably see the artwork on Twitter if I'm going to post it, but doubt it. No. To be fair, way too many fears popped into my head. But hey, folks, I want to thank you all. There are so many newcomers. We've had on peak 11 viewers, which is a new record for us. And I'm so happy that actually we've managed to pull up so many good things. I want to really thank you all for your support. I really hope to see you all more often. For newcomers, if you would ever feel like, hey, you know, maybe we can talk about something, if you know, for those who decided to lurk today, just feel free to talk. We have Discord channel, you can talk there, you can talk in the chat, you can just pop in, talk about random topic, you can talk about anime you've watched, like really just, we can have normal random conversation, I don't mind it. And as always, folks, thanks Zega for being active in the chat on Twitch, thanks Skylar, Muto, Knamaris, Hedgie, Goblin, Zach, Carminus and Smoxty for being active in the chat on YouTube, and as always, thank you all, and I see you all in the next stream. Take care, and